Hello, hello. I'm Debbie Danford from craftiercreations.blogspot.com. And today I'm coming to you with another design using the Prairie Grass. So this week I was trying to focus on this stamp set, which is going to be a new online exclusive set that is coming out on July 1st that will be available to everybody. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order it now, but starting July 1st, it will be available to everybody. This is going to be the bonus class for the next East Meets West Creativity Kit that is on August 2nd. And the registration has already started for that, so you can still get in on that. But this will be one of the bonus classes that I'm doing this one. Tracy's doing one with artistic leaves, and I'm doing a bonus class with the Prairie Grass. The words that I'm going to use today are from the Beautiful Motifs. This is another set, a bundle that will coordinate with what the main East Meets West class. We're using the Gallery Blooms set, and then we're using this one to kind of use some of these accents, and then for all the words. So let's get on with what we're going to do today. Now, what I did is I actually pulled out, so a couple weeks ago, I did a video showing how to make watercolor backgrounds. And I'll put a link below this post. If you're watching on Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube, there'll just be a link for it of how we did the backgrounds here, but this is one of them. And I, of course, have a whole bunch left over, so I thought today we would stamp on a couple of these and make a couple cards. And like, this is easy peasy. I love this stamp set, and this is my favorite one to use. But in the bonus class, I did use them all. So if you're interested in that, definitely check it out. And the registration is out there also. Okay, so I had two pieces out. Maybe it was this one. I was thinking I was going to use a different one, but maybe it was this one I pulled. Like, here's some of the ones I did. And I'll be honest, I don't remember exactly what colors. And of course, I don't write them out. I know this is Misty Moonlight and Balmy Blue. And then Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue, and some Daffodil Delight. This has got Daffodil Delight, and I think Flirty Flamingo is what I was using. Again, Misty Moonlight, Balmy Blue, and there's some yellow in there. So this was probably like the third time dragging it through. This one is Daffodil Delight. And I want to say I used Flirty Flamingo, but I might have added a little bit of Calypso Coral, but I can't remember for sure. Gosh, I feel bad that I don't. I should write these down. You know what the old saying is, you know, I always do these and think, oh, I'll remember. I don't need to write that down. Well, then, you know, you get on to something else and you forget all about it. But I will put the link so that you know how I made these originally. Okay, so what we're going to do, and this is really easy peasy. So we have, and I forgot to score my card bases here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We have a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Daffodil Delight, and that's going to be the card base actually for both cards we're going to make. So I'm going to go ahead and score both of those at 4 1/4. And then the first card here, I have a piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside, and a piece of early espresso that will be our layer. That's 4 by 5 1/4. So that's pretty much all you're going to need. Like I said, these are easy peasy to make. So let me bring in a scrap piece here. Now, this is bigger than what we need. This should be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, because I just cut it a piece of basic white in half, and then I just use the whole thing, and then I can cut strips off if I want to. And then what I'm going to do here, ink this up, and I'm going to use Early Espresso again. Just inking that up with the early espresso. And I am going to stamp over this way. Now, this is a big stamp. It barely will fit. So I'm kind of going to come down just a little bit because we're going to do a little bit of trimming on it. And then I'm just stamping. I love it. Now, when if you missed my Tuesday video, I showed you how to do some using the same stamp set, and we stamped on some of the beautiful bouquet designer series paper. But I love to make my own background paper, to be quite honest. That's why I like doing this. So then let's bring in, I took out 2 phrases. This time I took out just a note and hello. So let's just do the just a note. I just want to make sure I'm straight. Yeah. And I'm just going to stamp that, honestly, just about right there. Just like that. And that's it. Now, what we're going to do is trim this down to 3 3/4 by 5. So what I'm going to do first, because I want to put a couple strips on the inside. Now, if you don't want to put strips on the inside, it doesn't matter how you trim it down. And you don't need to worry about saving them. If you do want to, then you can trim these off of your piece here, or you could stamp on the inside too. But I think we'll go ahead and put those on the inside. And I think I'll take a little bit off each top and bottom. So we'll take a little bit off there and a little bit off here. And there we go. That is all there is to it. And when you watch the other video, you'll see that, like, when I get in the mood to like do a bunch of watercolor backgrounds, I usually tend to just make a whole bunch all at once and then pull them out when I want to use them. And that's why I have extras here. I don't know what that one little tiny spot is there, but I'm not going to worry about it. So let's go ahead and attach this card front piece, our stamped image, so pretty, onto our layer here. There's that. And then this is going to go on the card front, or the card base. Come on, Debbie. We are coming near the end of June. I can't believe that we're almost into July. But what that also means is that our buy one, get one 50% off sale that Stampin' Up! Has going on right now is almost over. So right now we have buy one, get one 50% off of sweet products, sweets and sweet products. So it is a good time if there's a couple sweets you might like out there, or if there's some bundles that are part of sweets. Now's a good time to order them, because you would get 150% off. So keep that in mind. Just pay attention when you're adding stuff to your cart, because the 50% off will come off on the less expensive items. So if you were to add 2 bundles that were part of a suite, and then let's say you added some designer series paper that were part of a suite, the designer series paper would be the 50% off item. So what I recommend to do if you're adding things like that is to do 2 separate orders. Your shipping amount really isn't going to change all that much, but the savings you will get from getting that 50% off of a bundle or suite would be well worth it. So keep that in mind, and go do some shopping. It's a great time right now, honestly. Okay, so we just added our little strips, and there's our inside piece. And then we will burnish this. And let me grab the bling really quick. And, whoops, wrong bling. Don't want that one. We want this one. This is what's going to be included in the East Meets West Creativity Kit. And I think I'm just going to put one on here. No, maybe not. Now that I'm looking at it, I might want a couple more on this one. There we go. Okay, so there's our first one. I like it. Very similar, but yet a little different because this piece does not have as much yellow in it. Okay, now let's go ahead. Let me clean this one. We don't want to... And I need to clean out my chamois here. It's getting dry in some parts of it, so... All right. Let's do the next one. And I don't have a sample for that one because we're going to wing it this time. I'm going to do this one a little different. I'm going to stamp in Misty Moonlight. Yes, I'm going to stamp some Prairie Grass and Misty Moonlight, and we're going to see what happens here. You know, one thing I've learned is in stamping, anything goes with any color. And Tracy did a good job with that. We did our project pick today, and she's using the Artistic Leaves, which is a new set coming out also starting in July. And she actually stamped all the leaves in everything but fall colors, just to prove that, you know, there's other ways to use some of our stamps, that we don't always have to go with what might be. Oh, that actually looks really pretty. No, it's not typical colors, but I like it. And I have another idea of something I'm going to do. Let me grab a Stampin' Right marker. I'm going to do a little bit of flicking on this one. We're going to try it. Because I felt like it kind of might need just a little bit. I like that. Woohoo! I'm happy with that. See, I didn't even know where this one was going to go, and look at that. So I'm going to stamp, hopefully I'm going to stamp my hello straight. I did, yay. And then let's do some trimming on this one. So again, we want to trim this down. Now I have a white strip right there that I do not want on here, so I'm definitely going to cut that off first. Yeah, I guess I need a little more. There we go. If it would have just been like a few little splotches in here, that wouldn't have bothered me so much, but that one little strip down there I didn't like. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take it to the 3 3/4. So we're only going to have one little strip for the inside, unless we decide to stamp on the inside this time, which maybe we'll do that. Then I'm cutting a little bit off the bottom again. And then off the top. So now we're down to 3 3/4 by 5. I love the splatter on the background. I think that's awesome. And then we're going to attach that to here. Is this the right size? Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. Just making sure. Sometimes you just never know. So this is going to get attached to that. As you can see somewhere, I cut a circle out of the center of that, and I usually try to use the center of my layers for some kind of die cutting. And then let's add our inside piece. Like I said, I love making water. Oops, sorry, I think I bumped the camera. I like making watercolor backgrounds. I think it's a lot of fun, and if you're not really feeling creative, it's a great way to get some creativity going, because you can just start laying some colors down, dragging your paper through it, and you don't even have to have a plan as to what you're necessarily stamping on it at that moment. You could just be making them to have them for later use, like this with this set. Or when I made them originally, I was using the Peaceful View, I think that's what it's called, using that stamp set because that was my monthly club bonus class for June. Pretty sure it was called Peaceful View. But now I don't know where it is. Okay, so then this is going to go on here, just like that. Oh, one thing I should bring up. I didn't even think about this till right this second. If you're interested, I just started advertising for a weekend retreat. So I will be doing a weekend retreat October 3rd, 4th, and 5th here in Arlington, Washington at the Best Western Hotel. And I just started the advertising, so it's out there. If you're interested and can't find the link, let me know and I can send you the link or I can tag you in it. It's going to be a fun weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's World Card Making Day weekend, so I think it'll be a great weekend to get caught up. You'll be able to get ahead on maybe Christmas cards, fall cards, holiday cards, packaging, you know, all those kinds of things. I think it'll be a great weekend to get a lot of things done. Okay, now for the bling. I'm going to kind of look through here. I'm going to see if I have a blue that might work. I'm looking through all the bling. Oh, maybe a yellow. Sparkle dots. Let's see. I'm not sure what colors those are, but I will figure it out here in a sec. Let me see if I see anything else. Greens, whites. Okay. Let's see. And I don't know for sure what, let me look up what colors these are. 1, 6, 6, 7. Let me see what the color combination here is. This looks like it could be Secret Sea or Night of Navy, Misty Moonlight, any of those blues. That looks like Garden Green. And this is either the new Darling Duckling or it could be Daffodil Delight. And I'm almost thinking either one of these are actually quite pretty. Let me see what a blue looks like. Oh, I like the blue. What do you think? Blues? I think so. Now, I like to use the sticky end to pull up my bling, but I'll tell you, sometimes some of these I don't know, the yellow might have looked good too. We'll leave the blue on. Let's see. So these are part of, these are part of the Painted Pears suite. And let's see, Darling Duckling, Mossy Meadow, and Secret Sea. So I was right, Secret Sea, but that's okay. I think it goes quite well with the Misty Moonlight, and it is Darling Duckling there. and then Mossy Meadow. So I did have that part right. All right, so there you go. There's our 2 projects for today, using watercolor backgrounds to just do some simple stamping. And I love how that one turned out, stamped in the Misty Moonlight. I think that looks awesome there. And I was actually, I was thinking I would stamp the grass again to kind of fill that spot, and I forgot all about it. And now it's all put together, so we don't want to do that now. And then here was my original I had done. So yeah, hopefully you will give this a try. And like I said, see, I have a lot more here to do something with. And these would be great to, you know, make a bunch of backgrounds, and then you could easily stamp on them, put a greeting on them, wrap them up with some ribbon, and give them away to a coworker, a neighbor, as a great thank you gift or something. Or like this one was a little wild. I think this was what I had left on the glass, and I got lots of colors going on there, but I like that one too. Whew. Okay. So thank you for joining me today, and I will be back again next week. I'm not sure about Tuesday yet. I'm going to kind of play it by ear. I may post something else because we are going to be out of town this weekend camping with our grandchildren. So, and we're coming back on Tuesday. So I'm going to have to make sure I have something planned ahead of time, or I might share a product video or something like that. We'll see what I come up with. I will see you again next time. Oh, one more thing. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow. I truly appreciate every person that decides to do that. And if you're not on my email list and want to get on my email list, please fill out the form. That I always post that in a link too, because then you get all the updates. You get anytime there's a Stampin' Up! Has a sale, or anytime I'm advertising for classes, or I might be doing a BOGO sale or a mystery box sale or something like that. Everything goes out by email, and then gets posted to like social media places. But yes, my email list is the best way to get all the information. All right, have a great weekend, and I will see you guys all next week. Bye, guys.